Clickbait. Spoiler, we had the coronavirus. But wait, but really, before you get so pissed off, listen to Jackson's theory.
There are 5 of us, and we can probably do everything over the phone with clients.
Jackson works with all women. He's the only
So-
male to work in his building.
I've got 2 kind of jobs, and what my main job is
2
all
kind of
women.
jobs.
Because
Okay,
we
you
have
started your,
Liftoff. Yeah.
Jackson started a business called Liftoff Financial Planning.
Yeah.
I can plug for him. If you haven't followed them on the podcast, well, you guys need to do more podcasts. You're behind.
I know,
But
we
they're
were
really
getting,
good. It gives you a taste of like
we were
what they're
getting, like,
about.
10,000 listens. per
Probably because
episode.
I shared it. So, just kidding. That's not
And
true.
we stopped because we got way busy. The market today
Wait, but tell them more about Liftoff.
is my financial planning firm. We charge $100 a month if you want financial coaching, check-ins with us each month. We'll guide you. We charge $1,000 if you want a comprehensive financial plan, put your whole plan together. And if you want us to manage your assets, we charge 1%.
Who's we?
Me and my business partner, his name is David.
Why should I go to Liftoff and nowhere else?
Because we're the best.
And you only charge a what % fee?
We charge 1% fee to manage assets.
Very
Charge
competitive.
$100 a month if you want a coach, monthly check-ins and accountability, and access to our software.
I need
which
to
is
coach
really
with
cool.
my food.
Yeah, you think about it. I pay $75 a month for the gym.
Yeah, it's like the same thing, but even more
This is
important.
like the
it's your money.
financial gym. Or if you say, I just need somebody to look at everything, analyze it, do a deep dive, and then give me a plan, and I'll go out and do it. We charge $1,000. Takes us usually, I don't know, like 5 to 10 hours to analyze it, and then we deliver it to you, give you a little PDF, and then you're off to the races. So it's really,
Off to the races.
Side note, we got criticized quite a bit because
Who's we?
our company, because for the last year we take a really strong
Which company?
Liftoff. Yeah, we take a really strong
Who? I'll kill him.
yeah we take a really strong stance when we do our financial planning against spending money, against credit card stuff. So even before we recommend investing, we recommend getting rid of almost all debt, really focusing on debt. So sometimes our plans don't even include opening up Roth IRAs or whatever, and other financial advisors and people in our networks kind of gave us a hard time because, like, why would you tell them to not invest? Like, you don't make as much money or blah, blah, blah. Today was the worst sell-off in the market history. Well, not in the history, but since 2008, it's been like the quickest to a bear market that we've ever seen. My hair is crazy. It's one of those weeks. So anyways, I thought, haha, glad you didn't
Told ya,
invest a whole lot. Glad you
suckers.
paid off your debts. Because now, if you're entering a recession and you hadn't,
Clickbait. Spoiler, we had the coronavirus. But wait, but really, before you get so pissed off, listen to Jackson's theory that we actually were talking about tonight, because we did have to run to the grocery store to grab last minute things, but it was really eye-opening to be at the grocery store and to see, like, even in our little town, there's like nothing. Like, well, there was actually a lot of food, but like the toilet paper, the Lysol, the Clorox, like a lot of the aisles did have big empty slots.
toilet paper's gone.
And the lady at the checkout, of course, I always strike up conversation. I'm like, are you just over this? Are you tired of this? And she's like, oh, it's been crazy. A lady behind me, I'm having a conversation with her. We're like in the process of mid-checking out, leans over me. Did you see her? That cute little grandma. And she's like, do you have any hand sanitizer?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It was like 10:30 at night. And I'm like, anyways, so we were talking about this, and like, I mean, Jackson, I think more so feels this directly because of like the market and the economy, and that's like directly related to like hearing about that in his job every single day. So he'll come home from work and tell me like all these things. But so we got into like this deep wormhole discussion about coronavirus, who it's gonna affect, who it's gonna really hit the hardest, watching it just like trickle all the way through like the world, really, which is kind of a crazy time to be alive, because this is never, I mean, since we've, because we're like the same age.
Let's make it clear. Not coronavirus deniers. Can't talk. It's real. It's serious.
Yeah, no, I'm not denying. I'm just saying.
I think it's a huge, tremendous threat.
Keep going.
So we've been preparing for this for like 3 weeks, but if not more than that. But what I'm wondering about is,
Your package looks nice.
if
Oh, did it sound like I was saying the coronavirus isn't real?
no, I just people are gonna. Because you said that. Here's my weird thought that we've had a. So
well, we're getting there. Jackson's is taking a minute.
No. I think it's a real threat. I think it's a tremendous threat.
No, really, say what you think. What we were talking about at dinner.
What I'm wondering is, we went to Hawaii in January, the middle of January, traveled through the airports, all that. Coronavirus at this point in January was already just wreaking havoc on China. They'd already constructed that hospital in 10 days. I remember when we were in Hawaii, I just kept looking at the news just on Twitter, just seeing it. I follow only financial people on Twitter, and they react to news because they try to time markets and whatever. And so what I'm wondering is, there was this window where the first case of the coronavirus was in Wuhan, China, and I think it was early December. It could have been late December, but there's travel. Wuhan is a gigantic city. I think they have over 4 million people in Wuhan, so it's like the equivalent of Dallas or something. And they have travel all over the whole world, and it took them a while to lock down the city, but then it went to Shanghai, Beijing, it went to these other towns, it went to South Korea, went to Japan, it went to Vietnam. And so we're just now finding it in the US. There's 1,000 or 1,500 cases here. But what I think really happened, not sure if I'm right on this, but I think it got here way before we ever realized it. When we got back, so Hawaii, there's a lot of Asians that visit Hawaii.
This is in all seriousness.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe we haven't never had it, but we got home from Hawaii in January, and our whole entire family was sick for 2 weeks.
The only one who didn't get that sick was Cooper, but he wasn't with us.
And it could have been influenza, but kids don't get that sick. So our kids weren't like miserable sick, but we took Lenny to the doctor 3 times. We took Elliot twice. They checked their ears. I think at the
both
end
times
of the
doctors didn't even. They're like, they're just sick. They couldn't even say what they really had.
They didn't have influenza. They didn't have chicken pox. They didn't have.
And usually with our kids,
it's almost always an ear infection or something.
To 36 hours after we go to the doctor and get them on antibiotics, they're a different human being. This time it was different. This time it was she's been on these for 3 days and she's still fussy. So they're like, oh, she's teething or she's tired or whatever. But literally, I almost had a mental breakdown. Remember, you finally, it was a little bit after I got my car. It was almost leaked over into February. We were driving home from Utah one night, and we got home and Jackson literally handed me a Tylenol PM, and he's like, I'm going to take one from the team tonight. You're going to go sleep and catch up. And then we're going to flip-flop because our kids were not sleeping. We all felt so crappy.
I was up at work one day. Oh. It was maybe 1 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe even earlier than that. And I just felt way lightheaded, and I felt just weak, and I couldn't figure out, I felt like I was gonna faint. And I had shivers kind of. And I told you, remember, I was I'm coming home, sorry. So we shut down the office because everybody else in my office got sick.
You came in and I was go downstairs and
I went downstairs
sleep.
and took a nap for 2 hours, which how often have I ever done that?
No. When Jackson's I'm going to take a nap, it's 20 minutes. I'm I need hours. If I'm going to sleep, I want to commit. I want hours.
I'm not saying that the coronavirus isn't super dangerous and scary and that you shouldn't quarantine yourself, but I'm wondering
it is kind of scary.
And maybe terrifying. We didn't have it. Maybe we got the flu. It's probably more likely that we got the flu. But I'll bet you that there are a lot of people in the U.S. that have had it that don't know, or currently have it and don't know. At this point, they probably think they have coronavirus because it's all they talk about. But anyways, stock market.
But it was a weird thought to have, right? So that's why this title is not clickbait.
If you have old people that you're close to, family members, or whatever, it's the time now to band together as humans. If you're a Republican and you have liberal neighbors or whatever,
Jackson for president.
Ignore it all and be friends and take care of each other. Don't touch anyone.
Go to the grocery store and buy as much chocolate as possible, because I literally bought 2 bags of M&Ms because I'm if the world's going to be quarantined and ending, I'm going to need chocolate or someone in my house is going to die, and it's not from the coronavirus. I will kill.
If I don't have to go to work, I'll get all the yard work done. I'll patch a hole in our wall.
That's a different story. My head looks so big and round.
with your beard.
Do you feel like my head looks so round like a beach ball?
No.
Like I look like 500 pounds? You have to say that. You sleep with me.
You're ridiculous.
You're ridiculous.
Anyways, I'm tired if you can't tell. Anyways, stay safe. You guys got the coronavirus.
It is.
Hopefully not.
I hope I wasn't sounding like I don't think it's a real thing. I think it's like what I was trying to say earlier. I think you cut me off. When I was saying like our whole entire lives, nothing like this has ever happened. I've never been alive for something like this. Like, we live in small Idaho, and I don't feel like really a lot of big things like usually trickle down and affect us, but they're like canceling, my nieces are bummed out because they're canceling the Idaho State cheer competition, and like me and Colette and Kaylee and my mom and my grandma, we were all gonna go get like hotel rooms to make it like a girls trip. I was gonna take Lenny. We're gonna go watch the girls compete at state, which is what I did when I was a Highland cheerleader, first place state, and that's like off now, and they're gonna probably cancel Cooper's baseball season, which I'm a little annoyed because I paid for their baseball uniforms, and so I'm like, I'm not gonna get that money back. Is that mean
like,
to think
how was it,
of?
like 3 weeks ago where I was like, I guarantee you they're gonna close schools here.
Yeah, they're starting like in Utah, where Jackson's sister Rachel, my sister-in-law, you guys know Rachel, she in 2 weeks has to work from home. They're closing.
Oh, she does now.
The LDS Church, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints Church.
The Normans.
The Mormons. They just told us that there's no more like gathering or meeting, like all, which Jackson's obviously pumped about. He was like, I knew it. And I'm like, oh gosh.
Like, is it forever?
You suck. Anyway, so I worry about people who are not taking it seriously, because I don't want people to starve, or, which I feel like we'll be okay, but I worry about my grandma. I texted her tonight and I was like, Grandma, do you have storage? I worry about people who it's gonna affect their jobs because the economy is just falling apart. Is that safe to say? You think it's gonna be as bad as it was in 2008? Also, I haven't washed my hair for 7 days. That's so good for me.
I can smell it.
You cannot. I smell great, but it's gonna be so healthy.
The economy hasn't yet had the shock, but the fear is that it's coming, and I'm certain that it is.
My dad's works at a fabrication plant. He's a semiconductor, an electrical engineer. He's really smart. They wear these like hazmat suits. So I called him tonight and I was like, Dad, can I borrow a suit? I actually should ask him, because that would be funny to do a vlog dance in a hazmat suit. He said they want to protect me from germs.
Instagram post.
But anyways, we love you guys.
I'm tired.
Take care of yourselves. Be safe out there. Don't take it lightly. If you can, do what you can to prepare, which is give them the smart advice. I'm the good looking one. You're the smart one. Shit, you're both.
No, I got gray beard hairs.
What's that from? Coronavirus? Honey, give them a good advice.
Carlita
I'm gonna
virus.
effing knock you
Carlita
out.
virus.
Wait, give them good advice.
For what?
Coronavirus.
Okay. First thing, social distancing.
This is literally Jackson's dream actually coming true. Is this
I've been
virus?
practicing for this my whole life. Social
too.
distancing.
Oh, not that part. But I saw a funny meme about Bath and Body Works soaps. Literally, I have to show you guys because you'll think it's hilarious. And it's like, go out and buy all the hand soaps. I'm like, I've been preparing for the coronavirus my entire life. Look at all those soaps. You know? So Jackson's gonna be really eating his words when he gets mad that I go spend so much money at Bath and Body Works. But now our family is prepared. See?
I've never gotten mad.
So mad. He makes me sleep outside with the dogs.
Stupid dogs. We got extra dog food, so our dogs are gonna be fine.
They're
All right,
fat
two
anyways.
pieces of advice. This is from Peter Attia, Dr. Peter Attia. First thing, if you're in an area that is super affected, if cases there, major metropolitan area, LA, San Diego, New York,
Chubbuck,
Dallas.
Idaho.
Yeah. There's no cases in Idaho according to our government.
That's right. We strong.
I don't believe it, but wash your hands and practice really good sanitation
With antibacterial soap.
So I learned that the virus, it's actually not the soap that kills it. It's the actual act of rubbing your hands together that makes the virus drop off. So do that, hand sanitizer. Don't touch your face. Don't cough into people. You know, be
If you do that
be
anyways,
clean.
that's disgusting.
You know what I thought about is like maybe everybody's gonna, once this thing blows over, everybody's still gonna be so afraid they're gonna wash their hands. Maybe we won't get as sick.
Yeah, mannerisms will just actually be good manners.
Those weirdos that open the door handles with paper towels in their hands, like those guys are the heroes now.
I'm so flexible, I always do it with my leg. I always put my leg up and grab the door with my foot like that in the girls' bathroom. That's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, I don't do that.
Why?
I don't know. I just stand on my feet. Second thing.
Why can't I do that?
You can, but then your shoes get it.
You're in a men's urinal. You don't think those shoes have some kind of coronavirus on it?
I'm sure it does. Second thing. Social distance. If you don't have to go to work, don't. If you don't have to send your kids to school, don't. If you don't have to ride the train or the subway or go on planes or ride the bus, don't. If you don't have to go to movie theaters, don't. Don't go to, you know.
If you don't have to go to movie theaters.
Don't have to go to concerts or whatever. Like,
I know I was supposed to go to Celine Dion in 2 weeks.
most states now have said, you know, no more gatherings of 100 people or more. So
But Celine Dion, my heart will go on even if I get corona.
Celine's not trying to get corona.
Do you guys think it's sad? I feel bad for Corona beer because they're like getting a bad name.
I saw this thing where they were like,
I
we'll
sent
pay-
it. I sent it to you.
Oh yeah, that's right. $15 million if we could call it Bud Light virus.
Anyways, okay. Well, we just want to check in with you guys. In all seriousness, it's the end of the night, and we're obviously exhausted.
If we get stuck in our house
so
for
take half
50
of
days.
this conversation to your heart, because we're really just trying to keep it light. But we do want you guys to be safe and to take it seriously.
If we get stuck inside for 50 days, you're probably gonna get a lot of vlogs.
You're gonna get so many, three a day. Knock your socks off with the vlogging.